I have a shirt that I made we only made like 100 of, and it was Cogs the Machine shirts, and so I sent them out. I put them up. They went on sale. So whenever I see one with a guy with that, I go, dude, you're a legit fan. And he's like, day one, brother.
Wow.
And I love when I see that shirt.
That's crazy, by the way.
Do you have to piss?
What's that?
Do you have to piss?
No, I'm good.
Okay.
No, see, Bert, I'm a dwarf and my legs dangle.
Yeah.
So they just swing back and forth.
The leg dangle.
So I can't firmly plant them on the ground, so it just looks like I have to go to the bathroom. But really, they're just dangling.
By the way, quick
falling asleep right now.
dwarf update.
Quick dwarf update.
I've been
massages half off.
That should be a weekend update sketch. And now the dwarf update.
Brad's been my best friend for 8+
and then all
years.
you see is the top of your head from the desk.
His forehead.
Dude, there's constantly when your best friend is a little person, there are things that you discover that you don't know. I feel like I know almost everything about him. And we go courtside to a Laker game one time, right? Brad gets his great.
I thought you guys were Clippers fans for some reason.
No, that's Adam Devine and that crew. That's like Adam Devine.
Brad is Lakers. I'm Sonics. Rest in peace. Now they're the Thunder. Now I don't have a team. Thanks for bringing it up. So my parents also got divorced when I was 9. Let's talk about that. What's that?
Mookie Blaylock.
Great.
Greatest name. That was almost the name of Pearl Jam.
Shut
Pearl
the
Jam
fuck
almost
up.
called their band Mookie Blaylock. That's the reason their album is number. What's the
10?
album? No, what's the album they did?
They did a 10.
It was Mookie Blaylock's number.
Yeah, it's called 10.
Wow.
Yeah.
It is one of the greatest basketball names.
Mookie Blaylock. If I have a son, I'm going to call him Albert Mookie Blaylock Kreischer. Mookie Blaylock. What a great fucking name.
Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, also a great one.
Great name.
Killer NBA names.
Manute Bol.
Manute Bol.
Manute.
Is it Manute or
Yeah,
Manute?
he's 7'7". Manute.
Yeah.
But by the way, he always ran into that problem. No, I don't know. Manute or Manute?
Did you know that 15% of people over 7 feet play in the NBA?
No.
Yeah, I looked that up on my my basketball camp story because Ralph Sampson's the guy in my basketball story who hazed me. He made fun of me.
The Houston Rock? Yeah.
Yeah, and his not to tell the story, but he was saying that he gives an example of why he's so good at basketball. It's because of his focus and his discipline.
You're like,
and I was
yeah.
like, it doesn't have to do with the fact that you're 7 feet fucking 4. Like. You're going to add this in there. You're going to sprinkle that in a little bit. And I also had a growth spurt. And I also skyrocketed to 7 fucking feet 4.
Yeah, because, by the way, I can have all the discipline in the world. Yeah. I'm not going to dunk over Ralph Sampson.
Increasing my chances to 100% of getting into the NBA.
Did you know that Alfonso Ribeiro turned down the role of Carlton on Fresh Prince?
Turned down it?
Yeah.
Are we just going like
And then
random
they
facts?
No, I'm just. All right, so that was a joke. Yeah.
Alfonso Ribeiro gets a pass in my opinion for anything celebrity related.
Yeah.
I have a problem when and I shit on this person in my agency and I think they represent the person, but I was like they were like, here's what we see you doing. We want you to do this. We want you to do that. And I was like, I don't fucking give a shit about fame. Like I don't care about fame.
Want to work.
I'm very cool with it, and I like it. I like when going into that car dealership and everyone recognized me. I love it. I love that. I love that feeling. But I don't want to be on Dancing with the Stars. Like, I don't want to be like, I don't care to be famous first, talented second.
Right. Yep.
I want to be talented.
Great mentality.
I want to be Burr. Like, Burr could give 2 fucks about fame.
Yep.
Rogan said to me one time, he goes, I said something about being famous. He goes, bro, you're not famous. I go, I'm kind of famous. He's like, bro, I'm not famous. And if I'm not famous, you're not fucking famous. And I was like, hold on. You're really fucking famous. You know that, right? And he was like, no, man, no. And I was like, I want to be like that. I want to be like oblivious, like just do great work.
Yeah.
You know?
And just see, and then
Keep
just
going.
see what comes.
Speaking of great work, I look down. Brad wins these courtside seats, right? We're sitting there. We're like, this is the greatest. We've never sat courtside. We're courtside. This is the greatest thing ever. And then all of a sudden the woman comes up. She starts taking orders. She goes, all right, guys, here's the menu. And order whatever you want. It's Free Food Friday. And we're like, what? She goes, yeah, anything you want. Sushi, edamame, that's what I got.
Because when you're at a courtside at a Laker game and
hey, because who sells the best sushi? Basketball arenas.
Everyone knows that.
Everyone knows Jerry West set aside a sushi fucking, stipend.
Everyone's eating hot dogs and hamburgers. We're sitting there with like Ebby.
Yeah, so we're sitting there chowing down, just being like, man, this is the best. They keep coming up with more like little deals like, oh, and by the way, you guys get to like do this, and in the bathroom you get is right over there instead of way over there. And we're like, do we get to play in the third quarter? And so then all of a sudden we have vitamin waters, and I look down and Brad puts one in between his feet and kicks it up to himself. I see in my peripheral vision. I just see him his feet just flip up as if he was trying to kick himself in the face, and his drink lands in his hand, and in one motion catches it, unscrews it, takes a sip, and goes, ah. And I go, hey, man, what the fuck was that? I've never seen that ever, and especially in our friendship, I don't know you could do that. And he goes, yeah, man. He goes, it's way easier. Like, what?
Yeah. What was I do? Like, get out of my chair, bend over, grab the drink? No, I'm just going to grab it, throw it up to myself,
and then I asked this stupid, ignorant question. I go, did you teach yourself that? And he goes, no, man, I hired a dwarf sensei that fucking taught me the vitamin water leg kick. And it was,
Yeah, it's step 1 in dwarfism survival classes. That and be very aware of
quench
cars
your
backing
thirst.
up.
Be very aware of cars.
Oh, yeah, you've been hit 2 right?
3 times.
3 times.
I've been hit by
Be very aware of cars backing up. Oh, shut up. You've been hit 3 times.
Yeah, man. People don't...
Twice. Twice by car.
Back here.
Twice by cars backing up just in a parking lot.
3 times.
By the way, the best is the woman.
I want audio of someone running into you going, did I hit something? You're like, no, there's nothing back there.
And then they
I
go
definitely
back.
heard something. Yeah. Do it again. Are you sure there's not something back? There's nothing back there.
Please stop driving.
I hear a human's voice.
No, yes, that's me.
Yes. The best was the second one that hit me. She got out, and I legit believe that she thought
that goes on her insurance. Hit a dwarf. Like I hate crime.
that's when they probably go like, "Were you driving under a bridge? Was you next to a troll? Like what's happening?"
Yeah.
The second
fact that she turns to a party, she's like, "You're never gonna believe what happened to me today."
Do you know why I'm late?
Yeah, do you know why I'm late?
But I think I have a curse on me.
I'm not gonna have kids now. The second woman that hit me when she got out of the car to ram back and check what the fuck her car just bumped over.
Yeah.
I have a strong feeling she legit thought that I was tall before she hit me. Like
What did I do to you? Where did the rest of you go?
how'd you get your shoes on your knees so quickly?
Quick, sir, help me put them back together.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Oh.
I've been by a car 3 times in my life.
Yeah, that's amazing.
I think.
How often do you think about that? That is
I've never been hit by a car.
me neither. 3 times.
Noah. What's the guy from the Daily Show?
Trevor Noah.
Noah has been pulled over 18 times because he's black, I guess.
Yeah.
And I was like, wow, that blew me away. I was like, I haven't been pulled over. I've been pulled over once.
No way.
In 15 years.
No way.
Wow.
And by the way, it probably goes longer than that. I just remember the last time I got pulled over was 15 years ago.
Now, how much? I mean, are you a responsible driver? Do you
I don't
consider?
drive fast,
Yeah, that's
and I
right.
don't really, and I don't drive drunk. And by the way, I actually don't drive much at all.
Yeah,
I take Ubers everywhere. This car's going to cut into that fucking Uber budget.
it's all right. You're gonna look cool though.
Not really. I wanted the Lincoln Continental because I was like, I want to be like an old man. I want an old man car.
Yeah.
But it's really a cool car. It really is a great car. But I'm never here. We're never in town. So I said to my wife, we went and did that, and then she goes, let's drive by BMW and see what they have.
Cool.
And I went and sat in that car, and I was like, this is really spacious. This is a really great car. And my wife's like, I would drive this all the time. And so I was like, well, I can't buy the car that I want and it just sit there. That's wasting money.
Yep.
I'll buy the car we both want. I want that one too. And then we'll just share. But she wanted the cheaper version, and I was like, nah. I was like,
Wait.
I don't roll that way. I was like,
Did you buy the used one?
No.
Does that show up in the Carfax? Like, this car ran over a midget one time?
Oh my God! Can we please christen it with you, with your forehead just boom, just.
If you were on a used car lot and you're like, I don't know about that car, and they looked at you and went, it ran over a midget one time.
Brad, I can't believe you've been hit 3 times by cars.
One time.
You talk about that on stage?
I don't.
What? Are you shitting me?
I don't. I used to have a bit, I used to sell a T-shirt at the end of my shows that had me on a road sign that said, I break for little people, but that was it. The third time I got hit by a car was at the Cincinnati airport, that's actually in Kentucky.
Yeah.
And then this guy was walking into the road and he had his headphones on. He didn't hear a bus that was coming, and he was walking like right into the bus. So I run towards this dude. I jump. I shove him out of the way of the bus, and then the bus hits me. Then I fly. It like hit me on the hip, and then I flew up in the air, did a little helicopter thing, and then landed on the ground. And then the guy like looked up, looked behind him, saw that like a midget had just saved his life.
Oh my God, Brad! You've got to talk about that on stage.
You know what's the crazy? I mean,
I need to. You're right.
That's so funny.
You know, the first time I understood that there was like a mystique behind LPs. Brad and I were driving back. He took me on the road with him when we first became friends, right? And
I'm dying to talk to you guys before, not to change subjects, but I'm dying to talk to you guys about the scene when you guys started. But keep going. I apologize.
Yeah, we'll transition right into that. So we're driving back from San Jose, I think, or Pleasanton, like Tommy T's, I think.
Tommy T's in Pleasanton, California.
And we're driving back, and you know, it's a long 5.5 hour drive or whatever, and we're shooting the shit whenever.
God, I remember
it's a 4-lane highway, and all of a sudden a PT Cruiser, I'd say about, I don't know, 200-300 feet in front of us. That's way too much. Maybe 75 feet. And we're shooting the shit about whatever, being like, yeah, man, no, I would love to fucking have a threesome sometime. Yeah, man. So have you always been a dwarf? You know, have you always been a Jew? You know, just fucking get to know you shit. And
no, I just started like a year ago. It's been really painful.
We're still getting to know each other. Yeah. We're still getting to know each other. Yeah. And so a PT Cruiser all of a sudden.
Originally a prop comic, but I thought this would be a little more lasting.
Brand-wise, I think. Brand-wise, yeah. Somebody told me you got to mix up your game, kid.
Yeah, right.
So a PT Cruiser, all of a sudden, we see it in front of us, and all of a sudden it just flips. It flips.
It rolls like
it rolls
across the
4
highway.
lanes. I've never seen a car. Even in movies, you're like, how do they pull that stunt off?
Yeah.
You don't, because it was real life, dude. PT Cruiser, 4 lanes, flips, boom, 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 ditch. And Brad just pulls over instinctively, I gotta.
Which, by the way, what the fuck could I do?
Yeah, what are you thinking you were really gonna do in that moment? Oh no!
Pop out a can of spinach. Like,
so he pulls over and we was like, holy shit! We stopped. We're like, holy shit! And then we were both kind of feeling each other out, like who's gonna make the first like decisive move of like what we should do now? Because he pulled over, so it was almost like now Adam. All right, I pulled over. I made that move. Your move. Like tell us what to do. So I was like, all right, man. I go, you run across and see if they're okay, and I'm gonna call 911. And like because like I got a phone, like his was charging.
Brad gets hit by
his
a
was
car.
And his was charging, and I go, Brad, you run across I'm gonna, like you running across the street that's gonna be great. Like people who see that, like him running across the street, and then all of a sudden the woman runs to the back of her car. And we're like, oh shit! She goes to the back car, like with an immediacy of like she's like checking on a kid, you know. So she runs back there. She opens the door, and she's checking on a kid that possibly could be, who knows, decapitated, crushed. And Brad's running across slow-mo Baywatch style, fucking just sprinting as fast as he can across the freeway, by the way.
Yeah.
And this
Is
woman,
the 5?
Yeah.
and this woman. Like, and again, like this is when I was like, oh, dude, the fucking mystique behind LPs is next level. She's checking on a possibly dead kid and does a double take. And before I'm watching her as I'm on the phone calling 911, before she can totally pull the kid out or reach for it, she looks up and sees Brad and then does a double take and then stops and looks at him like, oh shit, look at that. Like, that's not something you see every day. Maybe, and then we start we're like, did she think it was like the fucking ghost of the kid running towards her, being like, Mom?
Oh, wait, the kid was fine.
The kid was fine.
Yeah, I want to stress that because that amazed us because the kid came out and was actually laughing
unscathed.
Yeah, because the kid didn't know. Like the kid just went on a roller coaster ride. Kid had no idea.
You're in shock, I guess.
Yeah, and
then Brad runs over and it's just like, is everything okay?
And like, this is like a Jacob Marley Scrooge ghost thing.
Yeah.
What the fuck is happening?
Brad's running across. He's like, here I come.
You really could have said anything, and I mean,
dwarf superhero.
Did you?